Hello, welcome to my new show. This show is about things that make me angry, things that upset me, things that fill me full of a whole bunch of rage. The show is called Infinite Rage, and I'm your host, Jamie. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that upsets me a whole lot. That subject is leadership and what qualifies a person to be a leader. Well, first of all, a leader needs to be filled with wisdom. They have to have honor, integrity, and knowledge about the job. They have to respect the people that work for them. They have to understand that those people are human and will make mistakes. A leader has to be patient and understanding. And these concepts for leadership are not difficult to understand. But so many out there feel that the role of leadership, because leadership is an authoritative role, so many people out there think that leadership means that they are better than the people that work for them. And that they do not have to respect the people that work for them. And eventually, while in that leadership role, as long as they continue to follow that path, eventually they will begin to see their workers more or less as obedient slaves to do their will. And it's usually unconscious, but that's how it comes off. And they begin to see them as its rather than human. They begin to see you as pathetic and weak. And that's what happens in so many jobs, in so many leadership positions. They can't help but think themselves to be better than people that work for them. And granted, you may be in a position of authority, but you have to remember that the people that work for you are just as smart, or even smarter, than you, and probably have better qualities and better knowledge than you may have. And most leaders don't take that into account. They see themselves as, I'm the boss, I know all about this job, and you know nothing. That's why I'm in the leadership role and you're not. And too many of them think that way. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen it in the military. I see it at the current job I work now. And every day I see a little bit of humanity stripped out of every person there. The leaders, the workers, their humanity is fading. And they're becoming automatons. Through fear and intimidation, they become less and less free. And the thing that makes me angry, and it makes me so angry, is because I end up the bad guy because I won't bend to their will. I won't become a mindless automaton like they want. But they can't get rid of me for it. Because I still do my job. I just do it. I do it my way rather than theirs. Because their way requires you to be a mindless automaton, completely obedient, and practically superhuman in speed. And it's just not good to do it that way. One, you lack quality. The job doesn't get done the right way, and you end up having to go over it several times rather than just once the first time. So you might have to take your time a little bit the first time. Then you won't have to do it again until the next day. Instead of having to do it 2 or 3 times a day, you only have to do it once. It's an inefficient use of manpower. And I deal with it every single day. Day in and day out. Day in and day out. And it frustrates me all to hell. Because I can't just say that they're wrong. I can't say that they're wrong, even though they are. Not to mention they go about, everything the wrong way with their attitude when it comes to their leadership authority. It's absolutely ridiculous. They treat you like I'm in charge and you're my slave. You have to do what I say because I'm in authority. They're power mad. That's what it is. They're power mad. They can't help it. They're just power mad. They got a little bit of control, and instead of being responsible with it, they ran with it instead. And that's one thing, is that when you're given a position of authority, a leadership role, you have a responsibility to make sure that your people are treated respectfully, honorably, and are treated with understanding and patience. It is your responsibility as a leader to do that. But none of you do that. Only a select few do that, and they only do a little bit of that. They do not become. You have to become that. You can't just pretend to be it. You have to be that person, not only at work, but 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, from until you die. You have to be like that all the time. You can't just be that way at work and not be that way at home, because eventually you'll become the way you are at home at work, and you'll go power mad again, or you'll go power mad. You'll lose your sense of responsibility to your leadership role. You have to become that role with all the traits and aspects that a leader should have. But so many out there don't know how to be one, truly be one, because there is nobody living that